Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and mortals of all ages. On behalf of Heel and Spiel with J&J, I'm James Jacoby, and today I'll be doing a retro pay-per-view review of TNA Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory in 2006. So with that being said, let's get on with the whole review. Our first match is Kevin Nash Open Invitational 16-man Gauntlet Battle Royale. Consists of Austin Starr, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, Maverick Matt, Frankie Kazarian, Seralda, A1, Zach Gowen, Shark Boy, Short Sleeve Samson, Elix Skipper, Norman Smiley, Slick Johnson, Petey Williams, Alex Shelley, D-Ray 3000, and Johnny Devine. So, when this match first started to open the pay-per-view, it was, I'm not going to lie, kind of wacky when Kevin Nash walks down the aisle with a bowling trophy for the winner. And also, I saw Norman Smiley and Short Sleeve Samson do a funny, gimmick spot in the middle of the ropes. And I thought it was just okay. It was just a great way to start the pay per view, and have a good impression to the X Division, and also show the fans the exposure of the X Division of who they are going to showcase to the world. My picks were Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, Alex Shelley, Petey Williams, and unfortunately they didn't win. But the winner of the match of this 16-man Gauntlet Battle Royale of the Kevin Nash Open Invitational was Austin Starr, also known as Austin Aries. And honestly, I did not know Austin Aries had a different gimmick name, but he was the winner, and he won the bowling slash Kevin Nash trophy. This match is a 3 out of 5 stars because honestly, I wanted to see more of the wrestling aspect. I got a little more of the little comedy aspect of it and a little bit of the gimmick aspect of Austin Starr's gimmick, and I saw a little bit of the funny spot from Norman Smiley and Short Sleeve Samson. An interesting way to start the pay-per-view. Our next match is Team 3D versus America Most Wanted versus the Naturals versus James Gang. And this is a fatal 4-way tag team match, and I honestly say I enjoyed this match. It showed, again, tag team wrestling at its finest. All four wrestling veterans just gave their hearts out, poured their blood, sweat, and tears of passion slash compassion, and also the drive of why they got into this sport in the first place. So this match on scale 1 through 5 gets the 5 stars because it's one of my favorite matches of the whole event. And then my next card on the match is the Fatal 4-Way Monsters Ball match. Samoa Joe, Raven, Abyss, Brother Runt, also known as Spike Dudley, with special guest referee Jake Roberts. This match was completely out of the charts, insane, with Brother Runt falling to different spots, climbing the rafters of the stage arena, and getting thrown down by Abyss to the pyrotechnics area, and then Abyss dives the elbow, destroying Brother Runt, and another spot where he just military press slam and throws Brother Runt to the crowd, and the crowd throws him right back in. Then you see spots of the thumbtacks, you hear the tables being destroyed, you hear freaking Samoa Joe flying like a cruiserweight, hitting like a heavyweight, and then you hear, oh my gosh, you hear a lot of stuff happening in this match, and Jake Snake Roberts helping Samoa Joe win with the DDT to Raven, and a 1, 2, 3, Samoa Joe wins. But great match, scale 1 through 5, again 5 because again this match was fun to watch, hardcore match. Our next match is loser gets fired match between Eric Young, Larry Zbyszko, and then this match, not a big fan of this because it was a gimmick match, and then actually I take that back. It was just another a filler slash squash match because we see Eric Young, the timid babyface who was just happy to be there. That's his character, an underdog, and Larry Zbyszko, of course, a living wrestling legend who's just completely misusing, abusing his power and politicking as management in Impact at the time. He was completely he cost Eric Young his match on the TNA Impact tapings, and then he had a second chance to come back when Zbyszko cost Eric Young a match at Impact in the Asylum. Eric Young defeats Larry Zbyszko with a low blow and then punched him in the face with a brass knuckles. Not gonna lie, I don't like that low blow and a weapon to win it, but I like winning pinfall or submission or knockout. That's my 3 favorite things. And then Eric Young 1, 2, 3 keeps his job. He's not fired, but I feel like this is a filler slash squash match, and on a scale 1 through 5, 2 out of 5 for this match. Eric Young wins, but it's just like a filler slash squash match. Next match is the TNA X Division Championship match. Consists of Chris Sabin, Senshi, and wow, 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 wow. Just completely strong style wrestling, lucha libre wrestling, technical wrestling, submission wrestling, all that combined in this match. Saban, one half of the Motor City Machine Guns versus Low Key or Senshi at the time. And I tell you one thing, it was back and forth, great storytelling, great competitive upmanship, and I was just completely compelling. I was emotionally invested, and at the end of the day, Chris Sabin won with the 1, 2, 3 roll up out of nowhere, and we thought Senshi was going to win it, but Chris Sabin, the savvy, veteran that he is, he won it with his determination to win it all. And that's what Chris Sabin did. Hats off to Senshi for giving his great competitive spirit and heart and soul in this match, but came a little short, but Chris Sabin won. So let's get 1 through 5. Five, because it gave us great wrestling, great storytelling, great emotional investment, and giving us more in wrestling. Our next match is a 8 Mile Street fight between my boy Christian Cage, Captain Charisma, instant classic, and Rhino, the ECW hardcore legend Rhino, and it was fun. 8 Mile Street fight match, and it was in Rhino's backyard. It all started back in the you know back when they were in the Attitude Era, when they were still young, upcoming, fresh rookies in the sport of pro wrestling, and now past the Attitude Era into this Ruthless Regression era. Christian Cage, you know, who just left WWE in 2005, now in this year 2006 at this pay per view, was completely, making the best out of this opportunity and impact, which he completely elevated his stocks in that year. And he wrestled Rhino, and they were friends. And the story goes that Christian Cage and Rhino were friends, and they hate each other. When he turned heel, Christian Cage did on Rhino, and now they're having this big match at Bound for Glory, an 8 Mile Street fight, and now Christian Cage completely gave his best. Rhino as well, started from the backstage area to the crowd, the stage ramp area, to the freaking, the ring. And now you see light bulbs, signs, chairs, ladders, anything you can think of. And Christian Cage got the victory. Even a straitjacket spot was in there. So that was freaking awesome. We watching this match was just nostalgic and just fun. Scale of 1 through 5, 5, because Christian Cage made it an instant classic, no pun intended. Our next match is the NWA World Tag Team Championship match, and it was scheduled in a 6 sides of steel match, and it was consists of LAX, Homicide, and Hernandez versus Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles. And wow, this match was bloody. It was violent. It was vicious. It was just, oh my gosh, you get your heart pumping for more. And like, what's gonna happen next? This thrill ride, this roller coaster thrill ride that Styles, Daniels, and LAX gave, and also Hernandez, not Hernandez, Conan on the managing side for LAX. It was just freaking fun. All I gotta say is, wow, that was just oh my gosh, it was the prime for Daniels and Styles and Homicide, Hernandez, LAX. The tag team division and Impact was great. On a scale 1 through 5, I had to say I give it a solid 4, because again, I wanted Daniels and Styles to win, but of course, Homicide and Hernandez completely gave it a little more in the tank, and they were just a little more hungrier than Styles and Daniels were, and they got the win. Using anything they can. Again, in the 6 side steel, anything goes. And this is when Impact had 6 sides of the ring, and it was just wow. And of course, a steel cage match, wow, incredible, incredible match. So, long story short, in a nutshell, LAX won. If you have time, watch this match. And finally, our NWA World Heavyweight Championship match, career versus title. Sting, Jeff Jarrett, promoter and legend versus legend. Two rivals started back in '02 when NWA TNA started, and now Sting comes back in January 15, 2006, debuting again in Impact, and Jeff Jarrett owning the whole mountain, being the king of the mountain, no pun intended, as his catchphrase says, being the owner and promoter of Impact, completely being world champion, dominating it, and now Sting coming in here and saying, "Nope, you're cancer. We're gonna get rid of this cancer," and that's what Jeff Jarrett was. That Sting, as Sting says it, and he's gonna beat him. And the thing is, like, I'll put my title on the line, but you got to put something on the line too, which is your career. And they're gonna add a little stipulation to it. I remember they added Kurt Angle as a special enforcer. So this match was just it was just a complete great storytelling, from January 2006 to October 2006. All that 7 month period of storytelling, what goes on and how their story was being told was just great, and it was just fun. And at the end of the match, you see, multiple weapons: the baseball bat, the guitar, that cool spot where Kurt Angle Olympic slams Rudy Charles before he counted 10 when both men are down. So on a scale of 1 through 10, I give it a, I give it a, I give it a solid 5, because Sting won, and also Kurt Angle was going to make sure there would be no politicking BS, which is, a draw, because, no man was able to get back on their feet. Like, no, we're going to have a clean one fall to a finish. Anything goes. Well, not anything goes, but one fall to a finish, submission, pinfall, or knockout. That's what Kurt Angle did as a special enforcer. It just brought, nostalgia down my spine and in my mind and in my heart and emotions, seeing Sting, do it again and completely winning that title against Jeff Jarrett. And the whole crowd popped. I popped even at home watching this again. So overall, I give it a 5 stars. So my matches on list of chronological order should be Sting versus Jeff Jarrett, Christian Cage versus Rhino, Saban versus Sanshi, the Monsters Ball Fatal 4-Way match, and then the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. And a scale 1 through 10, I give it a solid 8, because I like all those matches. There's 2 matches I didn't like. I'm not gonna lie, it was the losers gets fired match, because again, Eric Young versus Larry Zbyszko. It was great seeing them, but it felt like a 5 to 7 minute match. It was a filler / squash match, and they won it by DQ, and not DQ, but he won it by a low blow and a brass knuckle to the skull, and that it was like a gimmick match. And then the Kevin Nash 16-man gauntlet battle royale. It was just okay, but I saw like more gimmick. But then again, I understand why they did it, to open the match, to like expose the whole audience to the whole exhibition and what they can showcase. And I like that part, but I saw more gimmick than the what's it called? So I saw more gimmick than the more aspect of wrestling. Overall, great pay per view of Impact Wrestling. Nostalgic was hitting me hard, and I love it in a good way. And with that, my closing thoughts on this pay per view review. If you have Impact Plus, which is monthly $7.99, yearly is $71.99 a year, and yeah, you enjoy it, because I enjoyed it a lot, because you get great content out of Impact Plus. Again, it's $7.99 per month, or $71.99 annually. And other than that, I would say thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this review. Subscribe to Heal and Spiel with J and J. I'm your reviewer right here, James Jacoby, and peace, love, positivity, and pro wrestling, and love that wrestling every single day, fellas. And thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.